Stressing it though. I do Q&As, but that's cool. You ain't gotta be on camera. Whatever makes you feel comfortable. I want to make you happy. Whatever make you happy. But yeah, I got the questions and everything. Back with it though. We gonna get to it though. We gonna jump into it though, guys. But, what's a red flag? Uh, what's a red flag? What a guy's wearing though?
You said what a guy is wearing?
Yeah, what's a red flag to what a guy's wearing?
Um, Personally, me, crop tops, purses, piercings on the face as well is also a red flag. I think all those are GAY.
But women like gay men though.
I have learned that over the times that yeah, they do. They don't mind them, but it is. I mean, that's their preference. That's their prerogative. Okay, but
Right.
personally,
Have you ever
me,
been with a gay man?
have I not knowingly or willingly? I don't know if they gay today, but no, I have not.
What let you know that a guy's on go? Like he easy. Like he easy to have sex with. What you feel like
Um,
what he
Open
would?
access, open access, no boundaries. And you reverting everything to, oh, I'm just being kind. I'm just being a gentleman. Right? Nah, you're easy.
What you
You're
mean open access? Explain.
open access, for example. I'm just using this for an example, right? And
Mm-hmm.
don't be tied up within the title that I'm giving. But say like a guy, have an ex, and yeah, they dated probably, let's say, like high school. You don't really want to count that now that you're above your 30s, or above, yeah, you're above your 30s, right? But in reality, like, she can message you or DM you on Instagram, and y'all can have some type of dialogue. Yeah, it might not be serious, it might not be intimate or that deep, but the fact that she still have that access, or that you can respond to her and have an open discussion, to me, red flag. Like, you have too much access. That's access.
What's another example of somebody being like on go? Like they ready to smash. Like what's another example you feel like?
And you speaking on men, right? Not females.
Just in general. I'm speaking on you.
Oh, okay. Well, for a woman, well, I just, that's really just the easiest thing to say is access. Like, even like allowing people to come in your house, how open you are. Y'all go on a date, and you don't mind him coming back to your house, or you don't mind going to his house, and things like that. Just having that open access, no boundaries, right? No level of moral compass. Some things you're just not going to do. If you don't have that, already embedded in you to where you moving in such a manner, you easy to hit. Period. Hey, with men always, and I know, this is a hot topic of like men supposed to like court women, and they're supposed to quote unquote spend money. But if a guy is openly just willing to spend a certain amount of money all the time on a woman, especially if he just met her, yeah, easy, easy. At this point, you're trying to buy it.
Okay, okay. What kind of music that a guy could listen to? You feel like that's a red flag?
Music that he listened to,
Yeah.
um, if it's always rap, red flag. Red flag. That's it. It was always rapping. I mean, like Future, NBA YoungBoy, like music like that. Red flag.
Okay, okay, okay. You feel like basically music now, like how important is music when it comes to the culture though, like with women like you feel like basically the music promote women to be like whores or whatever?
Yeah, and not just women, men too. Like, you got music out here that's making men feel all good and zesty. They out here painting their nails, and thinking they can wear a skirt just because it look like a Jehovah skirt. And you know what I'm saying? Like, it's for men and women. I feel like it's a huge influence. I don't know. I'm just gonna use an example, but I don't know if you saw the movie Sinners. But
I
that
seen a little bit. I fell asleep on it because I thought it was trash.
I'm not gonna lie. At the beginning, and when I say the beginning, I mean the first time that I watched it. Well, no, I'm not gonna say the first time I watched, because I only watched it once. Like, at the beginning, it was giving like, yeah, no. But after I like settled and like thought about what I just watched, it hits different. It just, you have to have that level of knowledge. However, I don't know if you stepped on this part of the scene where they was playing the music scene, and it was basically showing the influence of the music and the way that it changes and the things that we do now versus back then when it came to like our culture and the reason why we even started making music. That is a great representation of today's world. Like it's a huge influence and impact on us because for us, our people, music is something that like spoke to the soul. It's something that got us out a certain time or element, or it was like a avenue to find a different route. And that's what's going on now, right? You rap about a certain thing, your booty, your coochie, all that. Now you bigger than a program. Now you making money. Now all the men want to date you or deal with you or maybe even have sex with you. Maybe not want to marry you, but they gonna make you feel like you're as serious to take versus when you didn't have it like that, when you didn't talk like that. Like it's a big influence. And still on men, it's the same with men. Like, oh, you can rap about getting hoes, bottles, money, clubs, all the things that really don't matter, and you that nigga. Like now you that nigga. Now everybody want to be like.
So I'm like basically like basically do you feel like the music is like it's horror music basically like the Sexy Reds, the Lotto, the Glorilla?
Absolutely, absolutely.
Cause basically what I'm getting is like they're telling girls to like be whores and sluts in their 20s or whatever type shit, and don't worry about it, just live life. But that's what I'm getting.
Yeah, and it shows like even like with Cardi B for an example, right? How she used to rap a certain way before she had got married to Offset, right? And even after she got
She's
married,
still rapping. She's still rapping the
I
same
was
way.
about to say even after she got married to Offset, it just became like both of them rapping about the same thing individually together, and it was more so like, oh yeah, but don't be listening to me because I'm married. I cook for my man. I do this. I say I don't cook and I don't clean. I cook and clean for my man. And then when you get dumped, or I guess when you dump him, or whatever the case may be, you move on. Now it's kind of like, yeah, just stay to yourself, focus on yourself. Like I feel like, and this just an unpopular opinion. Women do act out of emotions more when they don't have that level of understanding or knowledge within oneself. That they don't know how to balance logic and emotions. So most of the time, they're moving or influencing other people based off their emotions that they're dealing with at that moment. It's just a state of mind in that moment, which is why a lot of women, especially rappers, they like contradict themselves. Like, yeah, don't do
What?
that.
But wait. Let me say this though. What
Mm-hmm.
happened to music just being entertainment? I feel like nowadays people want their artists to live their lyrics, but I thought music was entertainment. Cause like I'm not gonna blame rap music for the culture or whatever. I blame people for taking rap music serious because what? Because what happened to a actor, for example, he plays a killer or he essayed children in a movie like Clifton Powell, and people look at this guy. I'm gonna use that as an example. They
Mm-hmm.
look at him as this person who beat on women and children, but that's not the case. It's just an acting. So why you realize people can't separate acting art from just reality? You know what I'm saying?
So my take is probably going to be like a hot topic because acting and music, however you want to put it, I feel like it's the same thing. It's entertainment
Yeah.
to the wrong crowd. However, music for us, again, my people, it was never meant to be entertainment. It was something that moved us. It moved our spirit, our soul. It helped us find another avenue, put us in a different mind frame to come up with other solutions to certain situations. I'm talking about way back, history time, right? That was what music was about. But see, the entertainment part came from the other side of the other people. You know what I mean, right? It came from those people who wanted to take away our power, which is what's going on now. Even with acting, when they used to act, everything was intentional. Music was intentional. Even like R&B back in the day when they used to beg and plead and Charlene, come home. They was really doing that in real life. They was begging their woman to come back. Look at Tyrese. The way that Tyrese used to sing and acting, the way he be on the internet crying, and that's how the men were really speaking on something they was experiencing, right? It wasn't just, oh yeah, I'm just trying to make hits and I'm trying to sell out shows. They shows were selling out because they was really being themselves, right? And even with acting, I always say this: when you get yourself in a certain situation with acting, it can become your reality. It's almost like your tongue, the power of the tongue. Whatever you play a part of, that could be you. For example, look at Paul Walker. He played in movies where he was driving fast and he quote unquote kind of got killed in the movie, but now he's alive. And what? Then he died from what? A
That's in
car.
the car crash.
Okay, and
But
then
that could happen
after
to
that,
anybody dying in the car crash.
it's
God
like
forbid.
not no. Let me finish. I'm using example after example. It's not just that. Even like when we use Candyman, I forgot his actual name, but you remember Candyman. Um,
He died from cancer.
okay, but let me finish. Let me finish. I'm cooking here.
Go
He died
ahead.
from cancer, but the last movie that he played in was Final Destination, right? And that I don't know if you saw it, but in Final
I
Destination
seen it.
Bloodline, he said, "Oh, y'all don't got that much time left." He died shortly after that. Again, power of the tongue. And not only, and I'm not saying that because he didn't play like a cancer role, but the fact that he played a role where he said these particular lines, it came true. You can't just look at things. And I forgot the actor, but it was one actor, it was a man, a black man at that. Years ago, I remember he was doing an interview and he was saying he had to switch what kind of roles he played a part of because he realized that that's not what God want of him. If he continue to play certain roles, that might become his life, which is why a lot of actors and actresses do pray heavily before, during a role, or after a role. They be praying
I
hard.
mean, I mean, we could agree to disagree.
This
I
is
hear what
somebody
you're
who
saying.
actually do television herself.
I hear what you're saying, but I look at it just entertainment, though. I look at it like that, and I'm glad you mentioned that about R&B songs. So you said R&B songs they meant love in the '90s, in the 2000s, and so on and so forth. You really think that?
I didn't say that. I said when they was
Well, I'm
begging
asking.
and
I'm
pleading, they
asking.
was
I'm
really
asking
begging and
you
pleading in real life.
because if you look at it, a lot of those R&B songs we know and love are very toxic R&B.
Lustful, yeah.
Um,
But I didn't say that. I didn't say nothing about love. I said what they was doing back then, what they was singing about, they was actually doing it. They begging and pleading, they talk whatever they was talking about, they was doing it.
would you say R&B is just as toxic as rap music, though? In a sense, they just put in the melody and singing it.
Oh yeah, of course. I thought I really realized that when Summer Walker and Mariah the Science started making their music, and a lot of people started like glorifying it. Even Raw Wave, like
Oh
I
yeah,
think
Raw
he was
Wave make
big
nothing
into
but depression
depression
music. I can't listen to that music.
at all.
So
Yeah,
I got a few toxic songs I want to just go through with you right quick. It's a Summer Walker song called "I Might." I actually like this song though by Summer Walker. I think Summer Walker's a talented artist, by the way.
yeah.
Uh,
I don't. I want to say, can you play? Because I don't think I know that song.
uh, I just might be a hoe by Summer Walker.
Yeah, I know. I don't really listen to her. Like I don't know. I only be hearing like her hit songs on the radio or something like that, but I don't really type her in.
Okay, okay. I'm just reading some of the lyrics. I don't want to play it. I'm gonna put it on YouTube. I don't want to get copyright. But in the song got "Party Next Door." You should check it out. In the song, she said, I swear, I just might be a hoe. I swear, it might just be a hoe. For real, what am I missing? Always taking L's every time I try with the nigga that just don't hesitate. Going, what am I missing? Seems like you gain more from a sugar daddy or a drug dealer. Pick me out the club and one hit, and I don't want to know. Mm. This is a woman saying right here. Very, very. Now the record sounds good with the melody, but when I read the lyrics, I was like, "Ooh, boy, this is bad." Uh, yeah. So I was like that, but it's a lot of toxic. It's a lot of old toxic. Or I feel like when guys was in the rain crying for a woman, I just feel like they're begging and pleading. The woman never wanted them. They was simping.
That's not true.
I ain't going in the rain, goddamn begging and pleading.
I mean, I think most of these men, you know, most of these men had to beg and plead because they done something to make a woman want to leave or not deal with them. So you can't just say that they was begging and pleading because the woman didn't want them. No, the woman was all in for them, and they went out and did things they knew they shouldn't have done, and now they gotta fight for what they want back. That's how it went. It was
I got some toxic R&B songs right here. You
okay.
ready?
I'm ready.
Creep by TLC. We all know that damn song, Toxic as a motherfucker. TLC Creep. Yep.
Yeah, I know that song.
Very song. That song about infidelity, cheating like a motherfucking dog. They doing every goddamn thing. They just goddamn. You make me want to buy Usher. Come on now. Come on now. That song is very toxic.
Again, this goes back to what I was saying earlier. These has to come to an understanding of why they made this music. Like, where did it come from? Was it the white man telling them to sing these songs? Was it a
I think
songwriter?
it's what the people want
How
to
old were
hear. It's
y'all? No,
entertainment.
it was entertainment, but it wasn't just entertainment. It was trying to redirect again our people, because when you listen to other music by other artists that's not black, why their music sounds so much better? Why their lyrics sound so
I
much
don't think so. That is not true. Country songs are toxic. Rock and roll, heavy metal. That is not true. And that is totally not true. But let me finish. If Your Girl Only Knew by Aaliyah, very toxic song right there. If you listen to the lyrics, you know what I'm talking about.
I don't know, maybe not.
If Your Girl Only Knew by Aaliyah, uh, that was another song. And Poison by Bill BBD, BBD, Bill DeVoe. Poison. That was another song. So it's like, I mean, I just think people always thought the '90s was because people crying in the rain. I just think that's just it's just the image that they gave us. Like,
Theatrical.
yeah, like for example, people think a picnic date is a good date. I think picnic dates are the worst date. You got bugs, mosquitoes, ants, flies. It's just terrible. I don't like picnic dates. Did it before, never do it again. You see what I'm saying?
I had a picnic date and it was the complete opposite. I had no bugs, I had no ants. I think it's just all about where you at and where
I'm
you.
saying typical, the typical picnic date, the
Yeah,
typical one.
a typical picnic date. It wasn't that, but I don't know.
Now, all right, I got several more questions. What is the indication early on that that the man you are talking to is not mentally stable?
Okay, wait. Exit one more time.
What's the indication early on that the man you are talking to is not mentally stable?
Um, Early on, I want to say don't remember. They don't remember what they said. Like, kind of like keeping your word, or certain conversations they don't remember. Um, their reactions to certain things. Like, I feel like a lot of mental illness or somebody being mentally unstable really comes from trauma. So whatever they choose to bring up from their past, whatever their excuses are based off their bad behavior, their lack of awareness, they don't hold themselves accountable, they don't know how to apologize. Things like this, like the way somebody treats you is what helps me indicate that person is mentally unstable, because they probably can't even do it for themselves. So their responses, their reactions, their behaviors, that's what shows me that they're mentally unstable.
Okay. Now, do you believe a hoe can be a housewife?
Yeah, I do believe that.
And why do you believe this?
Um, I mean, other than it's being proven, it's just the fact that a lot of men who were once something can be more than what they are today, which means you're a bum, you're jobless, you're mentally unstable, you're a narcissist, or you're a womanizer. You have all these bad traits or bad characteristics of you as a man, but y'all still expect a woman to want y'all, or y'all still want to be able to choose the woman that y'all want in order to share life with, and y'all do get the opportunity. So why can't it be the same for a woman?
Well,
And
first,
quite frankly, I actually want to ask, what is a hoe? What makes a woman a hoe? Because everyone has a different definition of that. For some,
well, hold on, one question at a time. Now, what was the first one?
the only question I asked was, what is your definition of a woman being a hoe?
That's a good one. Now, this is my definition. Frankly, is that a woman. I can't say body count. I feel like if she doing OnlyFans, porn, it's just. I think, to be honest with you, I think all women are hoes in one way, shape, or form. I feel like the hoes to me are the ones that just put themselves out there. They got OnlyFans. They getting smashed on camera without a mask. They just out there. They don't give a damn. They stripping. They doing whatever. That type of shit. I feel like hoes move in silence. The sluts move and they don't give a shit. Hoes move in silence. They have a decorum about them. They're very sneaky. They're very precise. They're like cats. Sluts are just out there in the open. They don't give a shit. They put everything on Front Street. They put everything on social media. They don't for public consumption. That's my definition. What's yours?
Excuse me. My definition of hoe would probably be um just a lack of selectiveness or restraint, especially in sexual desires or partners. Um, like just being too again accessible to any and everybody that you meet. That's a hoe. I don't think that little things like uh the way you dress. I know a lot of people are you a hoe because you be
Not
wearing
necessarily. I'm not gonna go off how a woman dress because a woman could dress conservative and be the biggest skeezer, and a
exactly.
woman could dress slutty and skimpy or whatever, and goddamn be ain't giving it up. So I don't go off dressing. That's old. That's nah. Can't go off how they dress. You gotta go off the mindset and what they doing. But really, you can't really tell. The real woman is in her phone. That real person is
That's
in her
not true.
phone, huh?
That's not true. Like me personally, and I'm not saying like
Okay.
everybody's like this, but me personally, I'm not a phone person. Like I'd rather talk in person, or if it
No,
is
I'm
on the
saying what's in her phone.
yeah, I know. Like that's what I'm saying. Like it's not you're not gonna catch nothing in my phone because I'm very intentional. I'm an in person type of person, or maybe on FaceTime, but like it's really that I rather us. I'm old school, so if we really deal with each other or have any type of intimacy or anything, I actually have to bump into you in person. Like it has to be one of that thing. Like I don't do social media. You get my number, we talk and we start talking, then we start linking up, and I'm not that type of person. Now you gotta bump into me in a coffee shop and ask for my number, take me out on a date, like things like that. And I feel like it's a lot of women out there that moves the same way as well. They're not really I don't know, intrigued by the whole phone social media movement nowadays. You're not catching nothing on my phone. Now what you got to do is stop me like them folks back in the day used to do. You have to stop me and see if I
How
really
old are you?
work. One more time.
How old are you?
I'm 26.
Oh god. Okay. Okay. I'm 28. So we in the same age group. Yeah.
Okay, yeah,
We,
but yeah,
we,
you have
we,
to
we,
stop
ba-
me to find out if I'm a hoe or not, because trying to get in my phone, you can be very disappointed and lost.
I'm pretty sure I could find something in your phone. It's something in there. Every woman got sex videos, some
Absolutely
type,
not.
some type of videos or whatever is in that phone.
Absolutely not. I'm not, no. I don't like booty pictures, D pictures, coochie pictures, videos of me twerking naked. I don't do none of that. You ain't gonna find no sex videos, not only not in my phone, but nobody else's phone. I don't even,
What's in your Safari history?
you can see, I don't watch porn or anything like that either.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm heavy in my word, my Bible, and church, so I'm already above
Oh
all.
gosh.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
I'm a little different.
The Christian feminism.
I
Okay.
didn't say I was Christian, but I hear you.
I hear that. I hear that.
Why
Okay.
I just had this conversation. Why every time somebody speak about the Bible or continuously speak about God, it automatically reverts to Christianity as if it's not other religions out there or other.
I ain't a religious. I don't get into it about religion with people. But I mean, hey, teach his own.
Yeah.
Now, with that being said, you feel like couples should go through phones?
Should they? I don't think they should, but if they wanted to, I feel like they should be able to. As in, like if somebody asks to see your phone, it shouldn't be like, wow, what you need to see my phone for? It should just be an automatic handed over. And not saying that they trying to see it to go through it, but I think it's how people react to even getting that type of question that kind of make people want to go through your phone. So yeah, I might just go through your phone, but do I think it should be a normal thing? No, but I do think it should be normal enough for you to give up your phone if I ask for it.
Are you a virgin?
Am I a virgin? I'm not a virgin.
Okay. How many bodies you got this year?
This year, zero.
Oh, gee. Really?
And my year starts springtime. I don't not January 1st. That's not I don't do pagan holidays. So like It's a little different for where I'm from. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, zero.
So you ain't got nobody thus far.
Nobody's. I've been practicing abstinence.
What made you? What made you start that journey of abstinence?
Um, just having a clear mind. Um, being obedient and getting everything that I want in this lifetime without any distractions. And a lot of people just aren't worth it. And I'm not. I don't want to go biblical, but you know, when you gave that part of you, it was supposed to be like ordained for marriage. Like you didn't have to be married to do it. Once you did it, you was married.
You have kids out of wedlock?
Do I have a child of wedlock?
Yes.
I do.
How many kids you have?
I have one.
I'm gonna ask you another series. I got some questions now. We're about to go deeper now.
Deeper or personal? It's two different things.
Personal and deeper. Now, I want you to brace yourself. I want you to hold on, right? Why aren't you with your child's father, the baby daddy?
I got trapped.
Huh?
I got trapped. I was having fun. You know, we didn't even have that many times. We was real good friends. Like, we was cool, real cool. And we kind of just like, maybe like 2, 3 times got in there. And boom, I got pregnant. Didn't know he, let her off of me. And ain't warm me, ain't nothing. I didn't feel, I don't, a lot of people like, they could feel, I don't know what they be feeling, but I didn't know, had I known, I probably would have like took other routes. However, I don't believe in AB either. So,
So hold on. How old is your baby daddy?
how old is he?
Yes.
She was getting so personal.
I asked you a question. I would like to answer.
I mean, you can like it, but I mean, I have to answer it. I don't mind answering it, but don't say it like that, like I have to answer.
Can you share with us? I would like for you to share. I mean, we
Yeah,
just have.
he's 35.
So he's 9 years older than you.
He is 9 years older than me. I like my men older. Yes.
Mm, okay, so you like uncle them age. Uh, how many kids did he have before he had y'all child?
Um, to my understanding, it was one. After me having a kid, I found out it was actually two.
How long you knew this man before you had his baby?
Like a year, some change, a year, 9 months.
Okay. All right, now we got. We about to go. We about to do some surgery right now. Okay.
Oh,
You
I
ever?
don't need it. I already know what's going on. I held myself accountable. I already know what I lacked at. I already know.
Let me finish. Let me finish. Going too fast. Going too fast with this right here. We got to take it slow and easy.
Okay.
Just like when you was giving birth. Now, I just want to be very serious about this. You had this man, baby. You gave this man the best gift that life could offer, a child. Why aren't you married to that man?
Was I not clear?
I don't feel like you was. You wasn't clear enough.
Okay, well, if I'm not clear enough, it's because you're not on my level of understanding. So again, I was just having fun with this person. We was real cool. We ended up just doing a do, and I got pregnant. I didn't believe in abortion, so I didn't have an abortion. I didn't give him anything. What I did was
Yes, you
I
did.
held myself accountable. I laid in the bed and got it with some fleas, but I'm
No,
a
you did. You didn't get up with fleas. You laid down. You laid down with them fleas.
well, I laid down with the fleas and I got up scratching. However you want to put it, whatever ideology you want to use, I got up scratching and I took care of it, and I didn't take care of it
How old is your
like
child?
most people would take care of it. My child is 5 years old.
So you had this baby when you was 21.
Yes, correct.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
So with that being said, I don't understand this though. Like when I see y'all women have give birth, man, and it's like, why? I'm like, not I ain't trying to shame you or try to
Yeah, go
condemn
ahead.
you.
It's fine. Mm-hmm.
I'm just speaking in general, in a
Mm-hmm.
general consensus. When y'all give birth, I be thinking to myself, you know how dangerous it is to give birth.
Mm-hmm.
When you give birth, you're putting one foot in the grave, one foot out. You are putting your life on the line when you give birth to this baby. You damn sure better love this man you give birth to. You these kids.
I agree.
Now, so you and your baby dad are not together, right?
No.
When the last time y'all had sex? I want you to be honest with me. We just want to have
I
open.
got pregnant.
Huh?
When I got pregnant.
Come on now. Come on now. It's cousin J. Reed. You ain't got a lot of me now.
I
You
don't have
ain't
to lie to
got a lot of
nobody.
me,
I
boy.
don't fear nobody to lie. You can't do nothing with my story.
Okay. So the last time y'all had sex was 5 years ago, is what you're saying?
Correct. Yes. He can't touch this.
All right, MC Hammer.
Okay.
So, okay. So, do you want to get married in the future?
Absolutely.
So that means now you would need a stepdaddy. Correct, right?
He would have a stepdaddy. Correct. He would have Russell Wilson. Period.
All right, Sierra
I know y'all
Square.
don't like that.
You said what?
I said I know y'all don't like not you, but like men, they don't like that little Russell Wilson. Oh, he's Sam. He this and he that. We don't got to get into that though. But yeah.
We can't get into it. I got time today. I got some time actually today. I got some time. I got some time today. So, do you prefer to date men with children or without children?
Um, from my experience, without.
Now, I'm gonna be honest with you. I think this is quite selfish of you. You know that, right?
I am dating someone without children. He wants kids and everything, and is very intentional. I mean, it is some men out
Why do
there.
you prefer to date men without children? Wait, we got to backtrack. We got to
Okay.
backtrack.
Mm-hmm.
Now we got to go back.
You can go back.
You got to go back. You're going too fast. When women start talking fast, they lying.
No, that's not true. I'm understood of where I'm at. I don't have to slow down for nobody else. You got to keep up with me. And quite frankly,
Anyway,
I naturally talk fast, so.
wait. Listen. Okay, why do you prefer to date men with kids when you have a whole? You pushed out a baby.
Hmm.
Why do you prefer to have a man without children? Why do you feel like you deserve that?
I deserve whatever I want. I deserve whatever I desire, first and foremost. And it's out there. Secondly, I prefer men without children. I'm not going to say men with children are completely off limits, but I do prefer men without children because of the drama that comes with the baby mothers. A lot, and again, it's from experience. Not saying all men are like this, but from even on social media, you see it all the time. They want to play hands and foots and cat and mouse games, and I actually just witnessed somebody very close to me, like a family member, do it with their baby daddy who got a girlfriend and everything and invited them in and he got a phone call and she was like, oh, is that blah 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 blah, and he's like, nah, and they about to get nasty. Like, I don't respect stuff like that. I don't like it. I'm not like that. Like, you asked me when the last time I had sex with my baby daddy 5 years ago, and quite frankly, well, technically kind of like six. But quite frankly, even when he tried to talk nasty with me, I revert everything back to my son. Like, I'm not that type. I don't move like that. Anything less in the past in the past. But in today's world, it's not like that, and men do kind of like the access they have to this woman, especially because she has his kids, to where they try to find themselves in the middle of, oh yeah, nah, she acting crazy, but really she being crazy and playing crazy because you playing with her. I'm not a fan of that. I just don't like the back and forth, and it's always a percentile of them getting back together or doing something you wouldn't really agree with. And that's just kind of like where I'm not playing with that.
So let me get this right. So basically, you're putting all men in one category because they have a child there.
Like I said, I didn't say this is all men, and I also said that I'm not going to exclude all men with children. I think it's just more so the dynamic they have with the mother. Like, personally, me, I don't mind dating men that has children, but I am going to be very mindful and skeptical with a man that has a baby mother.
Oh god! And men shouldn't be skeptical of women that have a
They have
baby
the right
daddy.
to. They also have the right to be skeptical as well. It's not double standard with me. Whatever I'm expecting or giving out, I expect it to be given back to me, even if it's bad. So yeah, they have the right to feel that way too. They don't got to deal with me. They don't want to. It's some men out there that's gonna deal with it.
Let me ask you this: what do you have to like? Let me ask you this. Let's be real.
Nothing.
Man. Listen. Slow down. Slow down.
Nothing.
Slow down. Slow down, Taylor. Slow down for me, Taylor Port. Slow it down. Let's bring it back in now. We gotta rein this. We gotta rein this bad boy in. I'm gonna ask you a serious question, and I want a serious answer.
Mm-hmm.
And I want you to be completely honest with me and trans. No, I don't want no. I don't want you to be honest. I want you to be transparent. There's a difference. You still understand the difference between honesty and transparency? You know that, right?
Yeah, of course. Yes, I know that.
What do you have to offer? What is the no? Let me be the first one. What benefit does a stepdaddy brings? What does he benefit from raising another man's kid? Because I was thinking about this one day. Being a stepdaddy is like paying off another man's student loans debt.
That question is always kind of like an eyebrow raiser to me. And this is just my honest opinion on this part of the question. Whatever type of man he is, like naturally, and I'm always expecting to have a God fearing man around me, right? That's what he has to benefit from it. And I say this because you have men out there that's like mentors, right? It's about the same thing. You're not, yeah, you're written it out, whatever you went written a certain time with somebody's kid or whatever to show that love, sense of purpose or bondage or just a mutual respect type of feeling. That's with anything, whether you're a football coach, basketball, whatever it is. I'm hoping, characteristics like you having this character, you're able to have those emotional benefit on anybody's life. And that's just how I look at it. I look at it like you being a mentor, but you're a parent. Like, it's basically the same thing. Mentorship and parenting is almost go hand in hand.
No, that there's a difference
You have
now.
to show. I mean, of course, there's a difference. There's an obvious difference behind it, but
Wait, there's a difference because
the
you got to go home with
benefit
him.
is still kind of the same. Like you still have to show up. You still have to be willing and open to understand, even if there's
Slow
differences.
down, slow down, slow down. The difference is the mentor don't go home with them. They go back home to their parents.
I mean, no, well,
Stepdaddy is twenty four
actually,
seven.
there's some mentors who actually like the kids will go over there on the weekends, or it's I don't know where you from or how y'all get down, but it's.
Why they not going with their daddies on the weekends?
I mean, they can go with their daddy on the weekends too. They can go with their daddy this weekend, and next weekend go with the mentor, and next weekend go with the auntie or the granny. I mean, what do you mean?
I look
You
at
know
it
what I'm
like
saying?
this right here. I really wish people would marry before they care. I
I
really
agree.
They stopped making babies out of wedlock. Stop making babies out of lust because he had good D in bed, or he had good hair, or he made you feel. Stop making these bastard children. I said it. I just said it. People gotta stop making bastard kids. Bastard kids are a degeneracy to society. Not calling your child a bastard. But bastard children, I believe, is a degeneracy to society. That's why I think the crime rate is high because these people are having kids that they didn't want for a means to a means. That's why the crime rate is through the roof because the kids are not pouring love into the kids and showering love. When you just make babies out here like you're just breeding animals, that's why we have a
Now, I'm
terrible,
about to
we have a
stop you right there
degenerative
with the
society.
crime rates because that's not true. That has nothing to do
Yes, it
like
does. Yes,
it's
it does.
this is why I say this. It's plenty. Like we can even go to the white folks. They shooting
No, we
schools and
can't do
all
that.
that.
Stop doing this. White. What do white people got to do with this? This conversation.
My whole we're talking. You didn't put no race on it. You're talking about bastard kids. Okay, you have
I'm
plenty
talking
of
about the black
children.
community right now because I'm
Okay,
black.
well, clarify that. But you have plenty of children, even with black people. You have plenty of children that has both mother and daddy. They was not born into a um wedlock. Their parents were married, and they're out here doing very questionable things, whether it's killing,
No, no,
drug
no. We can't
dealing.
do that. Stop it.
It's a
Stop.
fact.
Hold up.
It's
Hold
a
up. Hold up.
fact.
Hold
You
up.
can't do it. It's
Wait.
a fact.
Listen to me. Yes, having kids when marriage, your children may veer off and off to the wrong side, to the wayside. That is true. But percentage wise, you can look at this. You got Chat GBT, you got Google, you got AI. Everything I'm saying, you can look this up. When I speak fact, these are facts
All
right here.
white people.
Wait. Let me say this. These are facts right here. I ain't just speaking my opinion. The facts show that children out of wedlock tend to go to prison, be high school dropouts, and be degeneracy of society. That's what the numbers say. When you have a children in marriage in a home with love and care, your child tends to turn out a higher chance in society to be a productive citizen. That's what the numbers say. That ain't what Jay Reed say. That's what the stats say. When
Mm-hmm.
they go to prison or whatever the case, when they get in trouble, that's what the numbers say.
Mm-hmm.
If your child is out of wedlock, that child is most likely gonna drop out of high school, especially raised by a single mother. Most likely gonna be a high school dropout, gonna run the streets. He's not going to go anywhere. He's not going to have no purpose, no identity.
He or she?
Both. That,
Mm.
that that person ain't gonna have no identity. This is identity. That's why I feel like another thing. There's an identity crisis in the community. People don't know who
Yeah,
they
but
are.
hey, that's with or without a one parent, two parent, three parent, four parent. That's just something that's going on because of the change and the influences that's going on nowadays, regardless. And that's kind of what I'm trying to say. The influences that's held nowadays when they walk outside of their home is so strong, so different, so vulgar in a way that it don't. I'm not gonna say it doesn't matter because it always plays a part of how you're raised in your environment. Don't get me wrong, but it's still other influencers out there that's pushing certain type of agendas on your family, on your people.
I mean, I understand that. However, having a mother and a father in the
Oh my
household,
God.
your child is. Wait. Don't interrupt me while I'm speaking. Don't do that. That's rude. Having a mother and father in the household, your child is more likely to make better choices and better life decisions and have a better life with this. That is a fact. You know what I really think need to happen? If a woman ain't married, is that baby daddy? Matter of fact, did your baby daddy want to have this child? I want you to be honest.
I mean, he didn't mind. He didn't care. Like, it was whatever. I mean, he already had two kids, so
Okay, let's just say he didn't care.
yeah.
I believe women. If you're not about to get married to this man, or this man is not telling you he don't want to be in the child's life, I believe women need to get an abortion. I believe it. Don't bring no child in this world
I don't believe
that
it.
you don't love and the father don't love and you hating the child and saying you just like your no good daddy. So many children hear that, man. They hear they ain't been nothing. They hear they was no good. They grow up in this poverty stricken environment, raised off food stamps and welfare, and they grow up in this and commit crimes and heinous acts because they didn't feel love.
Yeah,
Man,
I just feel like it should be more so talked about, not laying down in general. Like, you couldn't believe that I'm going years without having sex. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is not that hard, but the fact that you have men out here that just can't believe it and don't respect it because it's hard for them because they want to get their penal record, wet. It's questionable because then when you do have women that want to lay down and they have to reap the repercussions of either getting AB or having a child, because both is very, you can die from either one of them. We're going to be honest, right? But y'all think, oh, just get that AB, get that AB. Mind you, abortion comes with a lot. I think a lot of people don't talk about it. You get an abortion and you get married and you want to have kids, you might can't have kids because you got that abortion,
that's why
right?
you got there's other
Okay.
contraceptives. You
It,
got the morning after pill. You
Yeah,
got
you
condoms.
have condoms, you have things like that that's all 99%
Well, you got
effective.
I
It's
got
not
one thing that
always.
always works.
It's
Wait,
not.
slow down.
It's not always. It's not always going to work. That's just the
Slow
reality.
down, slow down. I got one thing too.
You interrupted me by saying
Let,
slow
let me
down.
say this right
My
quick.
show. Do not take away.
Wait.
You
This is my show.
interrupted me after you
This is
told
my
me
show.
that
Let
was
me say this.
you.
Let me say this one thing. And I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna let you speak. Abstinence. Abstinence. The big A.
And
Abstinence.
I just spoke on that, and what I said was when I told you that I was doing it, you lie, you like that's the problem. That's what I'm trying to speak on. You're not telling me nothing I don't already know. I pay attention to everybody how they respond and react to certain things, and you did not like the fact that I said, yeah, no, I did not have sex with my child's father in over 6 years, and we didn't have sex since I got married, and I haven't had sex in 2 years and some change. As far now as far, but a lot of men can't think that that's real. But then, okay, cool. That can't be real. So let me see. I'm having sex and I got an abortion. Oh my God, y'all letting these niggas get abortion. Oh my God, y'all take more than after. It's always going to be an issue. So why not just settle things to where you go wherever you fit in, I go wherever I fit in. I'm fine with being content with my cat. It don't gotta lay down with nobody. It don't gotta go in the doctor either to get an abortion, and it don't gotta go in the tub to get birth. I'm gonna say it because I had a water birth. But you know what I'm saying? Like, it don't have to go neither, but y'all want to have some type of control and power over it. And then when it gets to the point where all women don't want to have sex and they do practice abstinence, what do you think is going to happen?
Listen. I rather a woman get an
Quite frankly, it's
abortion.
not that much good men out here.
Whoa. I believe there's more mature men than there's mature women out here.
Mature and good men is not the same thing. I didn't say that it was a mature men out here. I said,
I
quite
believe.
frankly, it's not that much good men.
Let me
Ready.
tell you something. Taylor. I believe there's more men ready for marriage right now in families than there are women. The women are immature right now than ever.
So if that's the case, because it does take a man, right, to do the work, in marriage, as in proposed. Why isn't that going on right now? You gonna blame us, right? Let me hear
Oh,
it.
oh, hold up. You know what I'm about to blame? I'm glad you brought that up. I
Mm-hmm.
can answer that question, and I have the perfect example. Because women out here want to date thugs and gangsters and hoodlums and bad boys and guys with who's good and bad, who's chasing the feeling instead of good men. There's too many immature women out here who are not ready for relationships because they thinking like they in high school and they thinking dating and marriage is like prom night. They're not thinking in reality
Or
and realistic.
let me help you with
Wait,
this.
let me finish. Let me finish. Let me
Okay, go
finish.
ahead.
So, with that being said, that's why you have an epidemic of single women because these women don't want those men, and though when those men go overseas or whatever, or date white women, or they selling out or whatever. No, it's because the women ain't maturing. They're not growing up and facing reality.
Okay, so yeah, quite frankly, can't agree with that, especially the white woman part. The white women they just take more crap than us. Like that's a fact. We see black men say it all the time. Anyways, nobody care about them. Go wherever you want to go. The problem is a lot of men don't realize and understand, and I know y'all not gonna realize. And I'm not talking about you specifically, just in general. I know a lot of black men aren't gonna realize and understand this because they haven't had a great or high level of influence that was positive in their life from a man, right? But I need y'all to understand that y'all are the biggest influencers to women. Okay, forget those women who be like, I don't put on makeup for no man. I don't do this for no man. I don't. Yes, they do. They do it all for a man. If they're not gay, they're doing it for a man, especially if they want their little cootie cat to get wet, right? Especially if they want kids or marriage. They're doing it for y'all. Y'all are the biggest influencers. So yes, when women go out here and you know how nowadays they can talk about, you cheat on me, I'm a cheat worse, and da da da. You know, women that speak like that, right? They're doing it from a place of hurt and understanding of them feeling like and believing that. I'm not saying it's true, but they have came to an agreement that men are gonna be men and they always gonna have another woman. And because I can't get over the fact that it may always be another woman, I'm gonna make sure I always have another man. I'm gonna make sure I always get a man that's bigger and better than the man I'm dealing with now because I know one thing about men are egotistical. So if I can get under
Women are just as egotistical. You need to stop
they
this.
can't be in their own way. That I'm gonna say they're prideful. I won't say ego. I think
They are pride
women
and
are
ego
more
is the same
prideful.
thing.
It's not the same thing.
They're synonymous.
It's not the same thing.
Oh, you know. Okay, teachers on. I'm
No,
not gonna argue with you.
no, it's not to each his own. It's facts behind everything. We can prove it right now, right?
So if women are not prideful and egotistical, why do we got so many DNA tests or false DNA tests? Yeah, how many women? How many women out here? You say who cheat more, men or women?
One more
I want
time.
you to be real.
Say it again. Ask your
Who
question
che-
again.
Who cheats more, men or women?
Men.
Oh, okay. So why we can't get mandatory DNA testing then?
That don't indicate that women cheat more
Oh shit! See, you see, you
because
see.
again, women are prideful. That's
Wait,
why. If they feel like
guys. Listen. Slow down, slow your roll. Let me say this. I'm gonna let you speak. Let me say
don't
this right
answer the
quick.
question. Don't let me go ahead. Go
Let
ahead.
me say this. See, this going on YouTube right here. See, guys, this is the problem. Women always say men cheat more. As soon as you bring up they need to have mandatory DNA testing, oh, well, they get quiet then. They start talking
It's
and they
not
start talking
nobody.
slow. They start talking like Scooby Doo. They start talking like Shaggy and Scooby Doo.
When did I start talking about Scooby Doo? It's nothing wrong with that. I mean,
No,
if
they
you
need
really want,
mandatory testing because
yeah, and they should. I don't feel like there's nothing wrong with that. Okay.
men are raising another man's kids and they don't know it. You know how I know women cheat more? Because more have been exposing hoes for 30 damn years. And women didn't know who their baby daddy. So what do that tells me? Their body count is extremely high. They're having sex with so many men they don't
So
know.
now, since that's what you want to talk about, let's talk about how not even
No,
just
no, 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 no. Answer that question
no.
first before we
What's your
move on.
question? What's your question? Because every time I ask a question, you're combative, and then you get to another
I'm not
question.
being combative. Ask me what you want to ask
So
me.
my question is going to be not just now, but even back in history, right? We talk about these men that had kids on their wives outside the home that a lot of women didn't even know about. So the kid was about 13, 14, 15 years old,
That's
right?
true.
So
Like,
this goes to look. Let me finish. This goes to your question of who cheats more. This is why I believe who cheats more nowadays is a little iffy, okay? But I'm talking about as a whole collective, even do back in history. Men was always cheating, not only cheating, but having children on their wives that was at home being wives So you trying
That
to
is a
so
movie. You
now
watching too
now
many
you're asking. Let
movies.
me finish. Now you're
You
asking
ain't finished.
why women aren't being married and whatnot nowadays, or they saw their granny and their mom and them get dragged through the turkey in their head between the wash and dry after taking care of his children and doing what they believe was